The next time you're waiting in line, watch what happens. Almost everyone reaches for their phone. At a red light, in an elevator, on a train, in a waiting room. Moments that used to be empty rarely stay empty anymore. Within seconds, a screen appears. Messages, videos, news, notifications. The silence disappears almost instantly. Most people don't think much about this because it feels normal. But something strange has happened. Something that would have been almost impossible for most of human history. For the first time ever, humans rarely spend time alone with their own thoughts. And that may be changing us in ways we're only beginning to understand. For hundreds of thousands of years, there was no escape from your own mind. No phones, no podcasts, no streaming platforms, no social media. If you walked alone, you thought. If you sat alone, you thought. If you waited, you thought. There was often nothing else to do. Anthropologists believe early humans spent enormous amounts of time walking. Sometimes for hours, sometimes for days, walking across plains, following animals, searching for water, looking for food. And during those long journeys, the only voice many people heard was their own. Imagine spending 6 hours with no music, no notifications, no entertainment, no distractions. Just you and your thoughts. For a long time, psychologists assumed that daydreaming was a distraction, something that pulled people away from productive work. But modern neuroscience discovered something unexpected. The brain doesn't shut down when your attention turns inward. In many ways, it becomes incredibly active. Researchers call this the default mode network, a collection of brain regions that become active when you're not focused on the outside world. The name sounds technical, but the idea is simple. When external demands disappear, your brain starts talking to itself. It reviews memories, rehearses conversations, explores possibilities, builds stories. It connects ideas that seem unrelated, sometimes without you realizing it. Many of humanity's biggest insights may have emerged from these moments. Not while staring at a screen, not while consuming information, but while doing almost nothing. Scientists studying creativity have repeatedly found something strange. Insight often appears after attention relaxes. A difficult problem, a long walk, a quiet moment, and suddenly, the answer arrives. The ancient Greeks even had a word for this, eureka. I found it. The strange thing is that many breakthroughs don't happen while concentrating intensely. They happen afterward, when the mind has space. This may explain why so many thinkers throughout history loved solitude. Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein. Different people, different centuries, different ideas. Yet many describe the same thing. Long periods of uninterrupted thought. Periods that are becoming increasingly rare today because modern technology solved a problem humanity had never faced before. Boredom. For most of history, boredom was unavoidable. Waiting for someone, walking somewhere, standing in line, sitting quietly. You couldn't eliminate boredom. You experienced it. Today, boredom rarely survives for more than a few seconds. The moment discomfort appears, a screen appears. The moment silence appears, content appears. The moment a thought begins, a notification interrupts it. And that changes something fundamental. Not just what we consume, but how we think. Because boredom may never have been a bug. It may have been a feature. A signal telling the brain to explore, reflect, imagine, create. Without boredom, many of those processes never begin. Without silence, many thoughts never finish. Without solitude, many insights never arrive. And for the first time in human history, we carry a solution to boredom in our pocket. Every hour, every day. A solution so effective that many people almost never experience true mental solitude anymore. The question isn't whether technology is good or bad. The question is what happens when every empty moment disappears. Because empty moments may have been doing important work all along. Perhaps the last time humans were truly alone with their thoughts wasn't thousands of years ago. Perhaps it was only a few decades ago. And perhaps that's something we're slowly losing without noticing. The world is becoming louder, faster, more connected, more stimulating. but your mind still needs space. Space to think, space to reflect, space to imagine. If this idea made you think, choose one of the videos on screen, and let's keep exploring what happens next together.